Hi there, this is Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. I am coming on with alternate project number 3 for my friend Debbie's Handmade Holiday Online Retreat. Project number 3 for Debbie was what she's calling it a Sleigh Slimline card. And this is the card that Debbie did. It fits in a number 10 envelope, and it is made with the Wishes and Wonder suite, the same as most of the other projects that she has done. She's got the reindeer and the sleigh, and she included a little piece of twine that I haven't figured out yet how I'm going to attach to that, but it says wishing you the happiest season of all. I haven't stamped anything on the inside yet. And then she created this policy envelope to go with it, which I thought was pretty cool. So that's Debbie's project number 3, and let me show you what I came up with. Mine is using this, it's called Trimming the Town Suite, I think. The Coming Home stamp set and Home Together dies. I didn't actually use the stamp set. Yeah, I didn't use it at all for this, but I did use the dies. I also used the designer paper. I'm down to my last sheet of this one. The paper has 12 sheets. There's 6 pages that are like double-sided, so you get 12 designs. So there's 2 of this page, and I'm on my second package of this designer paper because of this page. This particular page, the dies cut out everything on it, all the trees and all the houses, and I love that. So this is my last piece of my second package. So this is my 4th page of this paper because I've had so much fun with it, and I've used it for many of the projects for this retreat. Let me show you what my card looks like. I watched a Jennifer McGuire video a couple weeks ago, and she did a bunch of shadow box cards, so I decided I wanted to do that. So this is what mine looks like from the front. This is my shadow box card. This is what it looks like on the inside. Pardon my animals, all of a sudden they're deciding it's playtime. That was Butter. I don't know what's going on. May is sick, and they haven't played for months, so I'm not sure what's happening. Hopefully it'll stop soon. I don't like them to be in trouble for playing. So you can see I have die cut the little houses, and well, the houses, and then the little house, a bunch of trees. This, I don't know how well you can see this. There is a curvy die that has trees on it, so that's sandwiched in between. And then my favorite piece, well, not my favorite piece, but one of my favorite pieces is these all the trimmings embellishments. And they have these little stars in them. See those cute little stars? You can see I only have one left. So I need to buy some or else find an alternative. So I'm going to show you how I made this card. I think it's really cool. Stands up all by itself, just like that. I used a whole sheet of very Whisper White thick cardstock. In the back on this one, you can see I've got the tree paper. I really love this paper, and I've used all 4 sheets of it. I don't have anything left, so that's not what I'm using on the second card. So the way that these cards work, these shadow box cards, and what you do to the front, how you do the front is up to you. Well, it's always up to you anyway, so that was kind of a silly statement. I'm sorry. So I took my 8.5 by 11 Whisper White thick, and I scored it at 1/2 and 1 inch on both ends, and then I just cut it in half at 4 1/4. You can see this is the back. I've already stamped it because it's going to be hard to do that later. And then this is the inside, so I've used Misty Moonlight, and then this star paper, since the tree paper is all gone. I thought this star paper was pretty. You don't see it a lot when you're looking at it front on, but you know, you have to kind of dig to see it. So, I die cut the 3 houses out of my paper. And I die cut all my houses and stuff out of my Whisper White cardstock. And then I backed, because these also, you can see, these also are popped up. I wanted them to be thick, so they're backed on thick cardstock. And what am I going to do next? So the first thing I'm going to do is put down the color. And I'll show you how I did. Well, the way that I did the color on here was I sponged it with a sponge dauber. But here's a sneak peek of the new mini catalog that comes out at the beginning of January. Stampin' Up! Now sells blending brushes. I was so excited to see these. So I'm going to try them on here and see what the difference is in the looks between the two. So on here I used Old Olive ink, Night of Navy ink, and Balmy Blue in the middle. So I'm going to start at the bottom with the Old Olive ink. And I have not used a blending brush before. Before I do that, I want to mask my ends, because I really don't want it to go all the way to the end. So this is kind of hard to see. I can't see my score line. Maybe on this one I don't care. I think I will go all the way to the edges. That makes my life easier, because on the first one you can see I masked it so that stayed white, but who cares? The front of it can be colored. So let's see how this works. So I'm gonna, these ink pads are sponge ink pads, so you can't really scrub them on there to get the ink on it, but then you're gonna go like that. Ooh, I like that. We'll see how this goes. I already got some green on my, I'll get that out of the way. Okay, so I'm gonna do my green first, and I'm still gonna start off. Oh, this is so fun. I love this. Sponge daubers, they're small. I don't have one out. They're hard for me. I have arthritis in my hands, so to give them the grip that I need for them is difficult. It makes my hands hurt. So I am thinking I love this. It's going to look a little bit different, I think, than the sponge daubers did. We'll see if I can get it as dark, because I have it pretty, this is on here pretty dark. This video is probably going to be filmed in multiple parts and then spliced together, because I didn't get my videos done over the weekend when I wanted, and it's hard to do them in the evenings with my husband home, and he just left to go get us some takeout. So when he gets home, I'm going to stop, and then I'll have to start it again tomorrow. But this one video I figured would take a little while, so very cool. This is amazing. And I'm just holding, I don't know why I wondered, you know, you can buy these in the store, you can buy these at the dollar store. I've always wondered why they're this shape, because all the ones I have, I wouldn't want to do it like that. I'd be afraid I'd break it, so I'm going to hold on to it like this. Anyway, like, could possibly be a whole different shape and work better. But I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I keep forgetting to start off on the paper instead of the cardstock. This is just amazing. So that is my Old Olive. Next I'm going to do the Balmy Blue, because I want to put the light. There's 3 brushes, but I'm only going to use 2 of them. So I want to put the light blue on the second brush first. Oh, that's... So this is going to go in the middle. And then I'm going to go to my Native Navy. I am curious to see how these wash up, to see how many I will need. And before I do that, I don't want to get the green ink mixed with my blue if I can help it, so that's why I turn the paper around. This is fun. I know you guys probably think I'm crazy. And I'm sorry, I think I'm wiggling the camera because this is wiggling my desktop. The Native Navy is going on darker much more easily than the old olive did. I know a lot of you have used these blender brushes already. I have bought a bunch of them from the dollar store. The Stampin' Up! Ones come 3 in a pack and they're all the same size. And I can see times when you would want smaller ones. And so the ones I've gotten from the dollar store have been smaller for the most part. And I've watched them used. I had a demonstration at our local craft store. We have a craft store that I love downtown, and the first time I saw these brushes, Christy demonstrated them for me. And it was just very, very cool. So that is all done. It took much less time and my hand doesn't hurt. So there's my background. So cool. This is so exciting. Then the next thing I'm going to do is find all my little pieces. The next thing I'm going to do is put these trees in here. Some scissors and cut. I should have already done this part. Forgot to trim those down. So I want this one, and I'm going to cut it. Let's see. We'll see how I cut it. I want this one to go like this. So I'm going to cut that right there. And I'm going to glue that down. This paper has some really fun prints in it. Besides that houses that, as you know, I love. So I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to take this one. And I'm going to go like this. And then the last one, I think I'm going to use this side. Need to refill my ink bottle. So I'm going to go like this with these trees. I might be doing too much with these trees. I'm afraid I'm going to like hide the houses too much, but okay. And then to give this is thick cardstock, but to give it added strength, I have this piece that I die cut the same way, and I'm going to glue it on the back like that. And it's going to add strength. Oh, not like that, like that. It's going to add strength to the front of the card. I'm using my Reptile glue. That's my favorite glue to use for paper projects. Thank you, Posh Paper Lady, for introducing me to reptile glue. I love it. I want to make sure this is lined up right because I don't want to see it from the front. So there we have, it's not perfect. Dang, I hate it when that happens. So the glue on my arm, I'm going to take this and go like this. You're not going to notice that, I don't think, when it's all put together. And the next thing I'm going to do is put the card front and card back together. And I'm going to use glue because I want the wiggle room that I need to line these up. So I'm going to take this and put it on here. Is that the right? Yep, it's the right way. I'm going to make sure those two line up properly. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side. And there we have our card. Very cool, huh? And this folds down nicely. I'm gonna do this to make sure it all folds right, because it's acting a little funky. Isn't that cool? Next thing I want to do, which is kind of the hardest thing, and I'm sure there's an easier way than the way I'm doing it, because those little trees are going to be in my way. Actually, you know, I could have lined this all up and put the houses down before, but I didn't do that. So I'm going to try to line this up in the hole. In the hole. Yeah, like there's got to be an easier way to do this than what I did. And then I'm going to go like that. So let's, so stick it in from the bottom. There, that's a good idea. Line it up in here and go down, 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 down. And my last one. And I'll do the same thing on here. got all my houses in there. That's fun. I have this. This says wishing you the happiest season of all. This is from the Wishes and Wonder. It's not from this. This stamp set doesn't have any words. So I have not stamped anything from this stamp set. I'm banner cutting the end. And I'm going to put dimensionals on here. And I'm going to add this up here at the top. Oh, ha! I already took my little backing doodads off. I wonder if I can do edges with this. Not very well. So, where's my Knight of Navy? Oh well, I can't find. This is the way I keep my sponge daubers. There is a lady on Etsy who's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator who makes this insert, and it's all glued in and you buy the case. It's very cool. She does some other fun stuff too. So I'm going to sponge this. Then I'm going to add it to here. So there is that part. The dog is back. She's telling me it's time for food. She thinks it's dinner time. So here's my card, and all I have left to do to the card itself is to add some trees. Let's see. Let's put a little bit. May, you need to go lay down. I'm busy. It's just like I listen to moms doing videos and they have to keep telling their children, I'm filming a video. Well, May doesn't understand what that means. She just knows she wants something. She is a funny, funny dog. And she actually has a couple of things wrong with her. She is not a well lady. So I try not to be harsh at all, but sometimes I get a little frustrated. So there are my trees. Oops. I just bent that one. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay. And then all I have left is this little tiny house. And I'm going to stick it right here. I can't put the stars on because I only have one. So this is what the completed card looks like. I'm going to order the stars. Oh, see, I also put them on each little house. So I need to place an order so I can finish that. And then I made the envelope. This is the envelope that I made. And I added this to the front. I wouldn't put it in the mail with this on it. Well, I might if I put it over here. This is with that star paper. But the envelope I'm going to make now. So when I did this envelope, it is 10.5 by 11. Oh, that might be this one. Wait a second. This one is 10.5. Oh, no, that was this one. It's 10.5 by 11, and then I scored it a 1/2 inch on each end and at 3 and 8, and that makes this envelope. This one I made into a policy envelope, so it's 10.5 by 12, and I scored it at 2 3/4 and 7.5. And then I put tear and tape on here. Ah. And what I'm going to do is leave this folded down, and I'm going to close this, and then I'm going to close this, and that sticks it all together. So there's my envelope. I rounded the corners, and we'll take this one. Gotta kind of squish it, and see, that fits in there. You cannot mail this with one stamp, even though it's a normal size. This is thick, and it's a little, it might not be too heavy, but it's thick, so it would have extra postage. So this is my alternate project number 3 for Debbie's Handmade Holiday Online Retreat. And this was Debbie's project number 3. So let us know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and be watching soon for video number 4. Have a wonderful day.